Hey, it's Will Wofford with Berkshire Hathaway York Simpson Underwood Realty, and today I'd like to take you on a tour of Mordecai. Mordecai is a really neat neighborhood that helped define what Raleigh is today. So let's take a ride and let's go see what Mordecai is all about. Mordecai is a downtown neighborhood with a lot of history. The neighborhood is bordered by Wake Forest Road, Blunt Street, and Capitol Boulevard, and the southern end at Franklin Street is adjacent to Peace College, and the neighborhood is just a few blocks north of historic Oakwood. There are active train tracks just behind the neighborhood, and those train tracks and Capitol Boulevard are really the only two things that separate Mordecai from Roanoke Park and Glenwood, Brooklyn. But you would never know that unless you looked at a subdivision map. Long ago, this tract of land that Mordecai sits on was actually part of the larger Mordecai Plantation and one of the largest plantations in Wake County, encompassing 5,000 acres. But the Mordecai subdivision that we are discussing today is only around 80 acres, so it's just a small portion of the original 5,000 acres that once comprised the Mordecai Plantation. But as I understand, the original Mordecai house, which was built in 1785 and still remains today on its original foundation, is located in the front portion of the south end of the neighborhood and once stood in the center of the plantation. According to Raleigh's historical archives, the original owner, Joel Lane, sold 1,000 acres to the state of North Carolina to form Raleigh, which would later become the state's capital. Today, there are 303 homes in the neighborhood with a 76% owner occupancy. And that doesn't include the newer Mordecai Village or Mordecai towns that are just behind Mordecai or the neighborhood across the street that's often referred to as East Mordecai. I think this neighborhood is great for professionals or families that want to live close to downtown in a hip and trendy area with lots of restaurants, bars, and shops in walking distance. The neighborhood is fairly quiet, and there really isn't that much through traffic, as there aren't really any cut-through streets thanks to the train tracks in the back of the neighborhood. The median price for a home in Mordecai is currently $525,000, and the median size is around 1,850 square feet. You will find quite a few homes less than 1,000 square feet, some down as low as 800 square feet, but the majority are between 1,350 and 2,000 square feet. There are larger homes as well, up to 3,500 square feet plus, but the larger homes are in the minority and really aren't that plentiful in this neighborhood, if that's what you're looking for. You can figure generally around $280 per foot for property that's in good condition, but certainly not a property that's gone through a whole house renovation either. There were 5 sales in the last year and 9 in the last 2 years, so turnover is less than 2%. So finding your ideal property here that's fixed up to your specifications will certainly be challenging, but as I mentioned earlier, the area just across the street that borders historic Oakwood down to Brookside Street and back to Glasscock Street has a lot of homes as well if you want to be in this general area. The schools that are currently assigned to Mordecai include Conn Elementary, Oberlin Middle, and Broughton High School. I do always recommend that if the school assignments are an important factor in your purchasing decision, that you visit the Wake County Public School website and use their lookup tool to identify the schools assigned to the address for the current school year as well as the upcoming year. Hey, it's Will Wofford with Berkshire Hathaway, York Simpson Underwood Realty. And I sure hope you enjoyed my tour of Mordecai. If you have any questions about this neighborhood or any other neighborhoods in Raleigh, please feel free to reach out to me and I'd be glad to help you. If you liked the video, please be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. And thanks so much for watching.